Hello, welcome back to my channel Lumsy Sews. In today's sewing tutorial, we'll be learning about circle skirts, the different types of circle skirts. We have about 4 different types of circle skirts and I'll be showing you guys all the 4 of them. So if that's what you're looking for, continue watching till the end to see how we made this. Here we have the double full circle skirt, which is the 720-degree circle skirt, which is also known as the double flare circle skirt. You can see how full this circle skirt is. You can use it on your mermaid skirt or you can use it as a flounce. Next is the 360-degree flare circle skirt. This is also known as 360-degree circle skirt. That is the full flare skirt. Can you notice the difference between the double flare skirt and the full circle skirt? You can use this for your peplum, also your mermaid skirt. Next is the third circle skirt, which is the 180-degree circle skirt, which is also known as the half circle skirt. It's the half of the full circle skirt. Can you see the fullness of the flare? You can use this on your peplum tops or your dresses, mermaid skirt also, depending on the fullness of the flare you want. Next is the final, which is the quarter circle skirt, which is also known as the 90-degree circle skirt. You can see how this tapered down. You can use this for your wrap dresses, some dresses that you don't need fullness in the circle skirt. This will come in handy. So let's go into the sewing tutorial proper. To begin with this, we'll be needing 3 measurements: the skirt length, the waist circumference, and the skirt band width. To get the skirt length and the waist circumference, we're going to be taking our measurements. So I'm going to take the skirt round measurement like this. You go round your clients and you're going to insert 1/hand inch like this and get the measurements. And what I have here is 13 inches. But because this is a mannequin, I'm just going to take directly fitted on it because I want it to be fitted. But for yours, you should take putting your hand, one finger in and taking the measurements like that. That is to get the ease you need. So that's how to take your measurement for your waistline. So I'm going to write the waist circumference to be 12.5, and then the length of the skirt you're going to take from the smallest parts of the waist down to where you want yours to be. I want mine to be 12 inches, so I'm going to write 12 inches for the skirt length. And then the band inch I want to use is 1 inch. You can go to 1.5 or 2 inches, but I'm going to be using 1 inch for my skirt band width. So for a good foundation, the 3 things we need 3 measurements and 3 shapes. So the 3 measurements we need is the 3 of them that I've listed here, and the 3 shapes we're going to be using is we're going to be getting square, triangle, and then finally circle. These are the 3 shapes we're going to be getting out of this circle flare. So we'll be working on the first circle skirt, which is the 90-degree flare skirt, which is also known as the quarter flare circle skirt. What we'll be needing is the waist measurement, the length, and the band width. So to calculate the measurements, waist, which is 12.5 divided by 6.28, which would give us 1.99, times that by 4, which will give us 7.96. We'll approximate that to 8 inches. And we'll have the first 8 inches, which is the circumference of the skirt. The skirt length we're working with is 12 inches. We're going to minus band width, which is 1 inch, as I told you earlier, which will be 11 inches. So 12 minus 1 will be 11 inches. And you're going to add 1 inch sewing allowance to that, which would make it 12 inches. So the circumference is 8 inches and the length of the skirt is 12 inches. 12 plus 8 will give us 20 inches. So you're going to get a square that is 20 by 20, and we're going to be folding it in 2. And that is what I have here, 20 by 20. And I'm going to fold it into 2 like this. You get the first triangle, so you're going to fold like this. You can decide to fold again if you want to, but it's not necessarily important. That is if your fabric is too wide. So, but I'm going to keep it like this, and I'm going to get 20 inches all around first of all. Note that I have folded this just once, And again, for the allowance, the approximation we did will help for the allowance. So I'm going to take 20 inches first of all, 20 inches, and get the first circle. So you're going to take 20 inches all around like that. So this is the first circle. The second circle will be the radius for the skirt, which is 8 inches, remember? So we're going to take 8 inches. So you're going to cut this out. So you have something that looks like this. Next circle skirt, which is the 180-degree flare skirt, also known as half circle skirt. We need the circumference of the skirt, the skirt length, and the band width. And the skirt round and the skirt waist we're using is 12.5, the same thing as the 90-degree flare skirt. We're going to divide that by 6.28, which will give us 1.99. We times that by 2, which will give 3.98, and we're going to approximate that to 4 inches. So 4 inches is what we're using for the circumference of the skirt. Next is the length of the skirt. The length of the skirt we're using is 12 inches, as you already know. We're going to minus the band width, which is 1 inches. That will give us 12 inches. And you add sewing allowance, 1 inch sewing allowance, which will make it 13. So we will have a square, which is 12 inches plus 4, which is going to give us 16 inches. So you're going to get a square that is 16 inches. But this time around, we have folded it in two. We have it in two like this. So next you're going to do is to fold it again like this, and you're going to take round the 16 inches round, and you're going to get 4 inches for the waist circumference. So this is the first circle and this is the second one. So I'm going to cut this out first. If I open this out, this is what you have. Can you see? This is the half circle skirt. As you can see, it's cut in half. We'll be going over to the third circle skirt, which is the 360-degree flare skirt, also known as full circle skirt. It is the main circle skirt that gave birth to all the circle skirts. So what we're going to be needing is the waist circumference, the length of the skirt, and finally the band width. So to get the waist circumference, the waist we have is 12.5 divided by 6.28 would give us 1.99, and we will approximate that to 2 inches, and that is what we are going to be using. We're not dividing anything. We're using exactly the skirts divided by 6.28, which would give us 1.99, and we approximate that to 2 inches. So the circumference of the skirt would be 2 inches. Now the length of the skirt still remains 12 inches after we have minus and added sewing allowance. So 2 inches plus 4 will give us 14 inches. So we are going to get a square that is 14 inches all around. The only difference now is that we have folded in 4. This is folded in 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. How to fold for it? You will first of all fold the first one like this, and you're going to fold the next one again, making it into 4 places. By the time you're done, you should have one side with 2 folds and the other side doesn't have any fold. Can you see? So this is how the full circle skirt fold would look like. So you can go ahead to get your triangle if you want to, but most times when you fold it into triangle like this, it becomes too bulky. So you can decide to still keep it like this and take round your measurements. For the sake of this class, I'm going to fold it into triangle like this. To get our triangle, I am going to try cutting this to see if it's thick or not. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. With this, you should have something that looks like this. Now this is the full skirt. Can you guys see? This is the full flared skirt, which is the 360, and as you can see, this is 360. I'm going to fold it back into this way, and you're going to cut open one side to where you're going to insert your zipper. Going over to the final circle skirt, which is the 720-degree flare skirt, also known as double full flare circle skirt. Now this time around, we are also doing the same 12.5 as the waist, which is divided by 6.28, which will give us 1.99. We're going to approximate that to 2 inches. This time around, we are going to divide these 2 inches by 2, which will give us 1 inch. And then we are going to go to the skirt length, which remains 12 inches. And so we will have 12 inches plus 1, which will be 13 inches. And we're going to get a square that is 13 inches. Then this time around, we are going to cut 2 pieces, and that is what made it the double flared skirt. So we have here 13 inches by 13 inches, and they have been folded in 4. Can you guys see? So we folded the first one and folded again. Same thing to this one. We folded in 2 and folded again. So this is what made it the double flared skirt. So I'm going to fold them in triangle form because I don't want to cut them together. It will be too bulky. I'm going to fold this into triangle like this, and also fold this into triangle like this. And we're going to get the circumference, the full circumference, which is 12 inches plus 1 inch, which is 13. So you're going to cut 13 inches here, and you're going to cut 1 inch here. The same thing with this one. If you have watched this video till this time and you learned something new, please do give this video a thumbs up. And if this is your first time coming across my channel, remember to subscribe and turn on your notification bell icon. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for always supporting. If you have any sewing pattern you want me to make a PDF on, let me know in the comment section. So you should have 2 circles that looks like this. Full circles. They are going to be full circles, 2 full circles. That is why it's called a double flare, which is 720-degree flare skirt. So you're going to fold this into 2. You are going to cut this open on one side so that you can be able to join them. So I'm going to cut that now. If you have any sewing pattern you want me to make a PDF on, let me know in the comment section, and I would also drop my socials in the description section, so you go ahead and reach me. And if I have any sewing pattern, I will drop them in the description section. So we have come to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed or learned any new thing today, do give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.